Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. This is the Great and Powerful Zilla, and today I'm going to talk to you about this ship right here. This is the Trento, Tier 6 Italian cruiser. All right, but before we get into that, let's take a look at what's going on with World of Warships in general right now. We still have the Halloween event going on, even though it is still November 12th, 2019, and yet Halloween is still going on. What the literal hell, Wargaming? Honestly. Okay, patch is coming out Wednesday. Alright, 8.10, which means all my mods are going to be empty again. And I'm going to wait for that mod to update. But, be that as it may, it's ridiculous. This Twilight Battle thing is going to be going on until December 10th. Alright, or thereabouts. That's ridiculous. Alright? And this event right here is going on, I guess, until the 13th, which is tomorrow. All right. So, you know, that being said, if you have something to get out of the armory with those two events, get it now. You're going to continue to be able to collect filth, I think, until December 10th. All right. But as far as the Halloween stuff goes, yeah, this is just the filth stuff, but the Halloween event, like getting the pumpkins and things like that out of the Sunray in the Darkness and saving Transylvania, I believe that's going away. Also going away is this currency right here, the Italian tokens. Now that's going to stay until December 10th, but you're not going to be able to collect it after the patch comes out. So whatever you got, get as much as you can before the end. I've been using them on these Italian cruisers in the hopes of getting another Italian cruiser, which leads me back to our original subject, the Trento. I managed to get this. So out of this Italian event, I have gotten the Genova, the Alphabet, and the Trento. So what does the Trento have to offer? Well, it's fast, all right? First of all, it's very fast, all right? It only has about 30,000 hit points, but it is 36.8 knots in a straight line, and it turns pretty well. So it's very fast, it's very maneuverable for its tier. Artillery wise, it's got 8-inch guns. It's got 8 of them, 2, 4, and then 6, 8 that reload extraordinarily slowly. It's about 15-second reload on these things. Let me see what it says. Um, Reload time 15 seconds. Yeah, so it's a 15-second reload. All right, and it fires SAP and armor piercing. Now they are doing a fix to the SAP rounds where instead of ricocheting at a 60% angle, it will ricochet only on anything above a 70% angle, which means basically if you're facing one of these things, the only way they ricochet is if you're nose in. All right. It is not a survivable ship. This thing can be one-shot by just about any battleship in the game. All right? It is very weak as far as armor goes. All right? Its citadel sits above the water. It's only 70 millimeters thick. Its plating, deck plating is 19 millimeters, 16 millimeters. You get the idea. So this is a paper tiger. It's a glass cannon. All right? Torpedoes. It's got 2 per side, and they're very slow. They reload in under a minute, but they're very slow. All right. They don't go very fast at all. 51 knots. All right. So that is your oh crap button. That is your knife fighting button. One salvo is probably not going to take out a battleship, or even a cruiser for that matter. All right. Because you get up tiered. You get up tiered to tier 8 and whatnot, and that's pretty easy. That being said, when this hits, it hurts. And when it hits destroyers, it really hurts. So, I mean, overall, this is a typical cruiser, at its tier that has 8-inch guns and is fast. Its shtick is the smoke and the SAP rounds. As far as captain skills goes, this is just a little 5-point captain here. All right. And I spec it very much like a destroyer because it acts like a destroyer. All right. So You know, you pick your you do what you want to with it, but as far as I'm concerned, this is a large destroyer. Okay, with absolutely horrible armor values, and this thing is easily killed. All right. So what I did was I took this into a co-op battle to show you what it can and cannot do, and what you should and should not do on this particular ship or any Italian ship, cruiser of this type. All right. So let's go into battle and see what we got. And I'll talk to you then. Okie dokie. Co-op battle. I see I'm one of only two human beings in the battle. This is morning time. Okay. Not a lot of people on. Uh, they're changing the way co-op works too a little bit in this upcoming patch. There's going to be a change to the dynamics of the co-op and the tier spread of the co-op. It's in your news feed. You can certainly read it for yourself. Also changing in this upcoming patch is the economics of carriers. They're making it worse for carriers to level up by nerfing the XP that carriers get. They're also making it almost impossible for a carrier to keep a star in ranked battles. And they're buffing tier 10 carriers' earnings by 10%. Honestly, I don't know why they're trying to reinvent the wheel here. All they really need to do is eliminate the penalty that carriers incur by just flying their planes. If you have a battleship, let's say you have a Montana and you have a Midway, and they both do the equal amount of damage, the Montana will make money in a win, whereas the carrier may or may not make money in the win, depending on how many planes they lost. Okay? I think it's patently unfair. It needs to be changed, but you know, it is what it is. So, co-op. Generally speaking, the enemy team will come straight down from their spots. They generally don't deviate from that. Normally they come just straight down. Now there is a bot Icarus on the other side of the island. He's trying to come around. There's a Trento on the other side, and there's a Fuso. All right. Now I'm surrounded by bots. Now one of the things that bots like to do is they like to ram each other. So, you know, the little destroyer off to my right there, if he comes across the other destroyer, will most likely try to ram him. You know, that's just the way the bots act. You know, hopefully they're going to change that a little bit, you know, we'll see. So I take a shot at the Icarus, and you can see the damage that the SAP rounds do to the Icarus. Getting hit by SAP in one of these things as a destroyer, it cannot be much fun at all. Alright. But the turrets turn very slowly, and they reload forever. So you're not going to sit there and derp a cruiser, destroyer to death. Now here we see a whole slew of torpedoes coming this way. I knew they were coming. You know, is predictable as far as the bots go, what they do. They're programmed to do certain things at certain times. Okay? And you can see my ship's taking a bunch of hits, but they're all low caliber guns. Alright? And they're all at weird angles. Alright? So the Icarus is continuing to take pot shots at me. The Trento on my right rear here on the stern side of the ship is also taking shots at me. You'll see that in a second here. He's coming around the island, trying to play Ring Around the Rosie. The Icarus is gone. There's the Trento shells. I'm going to fire off at the Trento, and I'm going to launch torpedoes. These things are so painfully slow that you'd have to be blind in order to get hit by them, unless you get caught, you know, in a situation where you're trapped someplace or something like that. So I'm taking my shots at the Trento. Boom, 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 boom. And it takes forever to reload these things, honestly. And I'm not talking about nerfing these things back down to, you know, a 10-second. But if you could make it a little bit shorter, it would be so much better for this cruiser. 15 seconds is a very long time to wait for it. So the Trento gets taken out, and I'm spinning around. This Fuso is not looking at me right now, so I'm going and take my shots at the Fuso, try and get some damage going on. Started a fire with my secondaries. You cannot start fires with SAP rounds. Okay? Started it with the secondaries. They are supposedly going to fix that. But until they do, you cannot start a fire using semi-armor piercing rounds. No need to use my smoke. Proximity-wise, he's too close. He would spot me anyway. All right. Your smoke on your Italian cruiser should be used as a get-out-of-jail-free card. You pop your smoke, and you start moving away from the enemy, putting the smoke between you and the enemy fire. Although, if you do come under fire from a battleship or a heavy cruiser, you're not going to last very long, because pretty much every part of your ship can be penetrated. And now the Fuso is paying attention. Look at his rear turrets. They're pointing at me. Alright. So I fire off another shot. We're up to 35,000 damage. And I'm feeling pretty chuffed. You know, we got this. We got this. Our bot Fuso is coming after their bot Fuso. And normally that means they're going to ram each other. I fire another shot at the Fuso, get some more damage, starting to rack up 41,000 damage. Okay, and boom, one shot. Didn't see it coming, guys. One shot. Boom, done. And that is the Italian cruisers in a nutshell right there. One-shot wonders. Have fun with them, guys. In the meantime, you all be good to each other and have a great, great day. Bye.